Okay. I'm not gonna exactly say I'm directly hurt or sad from this anime not directly getting a season 2, because we can all have a number of different animes that we feel like were just great or really good that deserved a season 2 that just never got one. And I've learned after like the last couple videos I made on the topic that some fans really are passionate about these animes and they really do want them to have a season 2. And I remember the first time I made the video about, this kind of stuff, a lot of people were just asking me for doing like a petition or doing something like that. Some way the fans could just get out their emotions about wanting this season 2. And at a time I was going to do that because I was like, yeah, I'm sure everyone who's watched this video or liked this video would sign a petition to get a season 2. I went on, was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. But then after seeing how many petitions actually really make it and how many animes are made because of the petitions, I just didn't, do it. And that brings us into this video. I was looking on this website and I saw Problem Children Season 2 release information, all this stuff, and I instantly just was like, okay, so it's another one of these. And this is what I mean by these. Now, a lot of fans like to just go on any willy-nilly site and look up articles like this. Articles that say, oh, it's coming out on this date, it's coming out on this date, oh, it's coming in November, September, October, and they're playing you. They're playing on you because they know you don't know or have information about these certain animes, and you'll just believe what they put down. Now, luckily, this site in particular basically just stated, hey, the petitions and all the other stuff, they don't work in terms of getting your season 2s of your favorite animes, and basically just saying, hey, we don't have the information, which at least I like. At least this site had the decency to at least tell you, hey, we don't have information, we're lying to you, basically, in the title. I at least like that a little bit more than some of these sites just straight up just lying to you people and you guys just believing it. But what was I talking about this time? I got off topic. But this video was not to just bash on this particular site because I actually kind of like them saying that. No, it was to give you the answer to the prompt. Why Problem Children isn't getting a season 2 or wasn't gonna get one. Essentially, it's a Problem Children review as well as telling you reasoning behind why. So, first start out the review. So, the anime plot is about 3 problem children with 3 extraordinary abilities / gifts. Being 1. Talking to animals, 2. Literally being Kirito, and 3. Rich girl privilege.
This is just like a game of Clue. But instead of a killer, I get to find who sent this letter. How exciting.
So, are rich girls just like inherently just bored? Like, I've never been rich or a girl, but if you gave me $50, I could make it work. These kids are transported to another world, similar how they do it to No Game No Life, being the successor to this type of anime. They were brought to this world by Bunny Girl Senpai, aka Black Rabbit. Which, can someone tell me why she's called Black Rabbit? Like, she's not black. Does she know she's not black? She's blue. Like, I don't know if this is like some kind of mistranslation or something because she's blue and she has a second transformation that turns her pink. I mean, you could say, yeah, Black Rabbit sounds cooler than Blue Rabbit, but it was just kind of weird and odd when I was watching it. The 3 characters have to win back the dignity of humanity. Oh wait, I mean no names. Wrong show. The problem children get themselves into a lot of problems, hence the name. Also, I just made a note of this, but either the characters in this anime are total wusses or utter chads. Like this guy right here, Chad. Chad all the way. Like, he says some crazy things to Black Rabbit. Crazy things. I mean, luckily the problem children were there to make it funny, but this guy is dying over here. Like, can someone give this man a beverage? Because he is thirsty. Like, go take a sip of this chug jug, my guy. You need this shield up right now, ASAP. Like, my gosh. But all the jokes aside, this guy's actually literal scum. Like, he's a total creep and literal scum. All jokes aside. Also, I just want to thank Shirayosha for those legs. If you watch the anime, you know what I'm talking about. We also learn that these 3 characters come from a different world, time, and place. The characters actually have more personality and growth than I remember. Like, at first glance, you would assume that Isayoi has all the kills, wins, and he's just leaving these 2 characters to be useless. But you would be wrong. Like, the 3 characters actually win at certain categories. In terms of you winning in terms of most tournament wins, and then Isayoi is winning in the terms of most regular challenges. And lastly, in terms of the final bosses, the ones actually killing the main story bad guy, Asuka has 2. Like, Asuka actually is winning 2 out of 3 with having the final boss kill. In fact, for how it came out in 2013 and being 7+ years since the release, it's not just good, it's great. With both sub and dub. Like, this anime might be even 8 out of 10. Like, despite the looks of how it might look cheap, this anime was No Game No Life before No Game No Life. So for all you people who are just putting No Game No Life, oh my gosh, it's a great anime, 8 out of 10, it's A+ on the tier list, like, this anime is literally, I'm not gonna say like copy pasta, obviously, I'm not gonna say that. They obviously changed up a lot of things, but this anime was literally No Game No Life before No Game No Life. You can literally just look at them side by side. They're pretty similar. The one thing, like, one glaring thing I would say that No Game No Life has over this anime is just in terms of literal comedy here and there, and then like overall just fan service. But still, these animes are very similar and both great animes. In fact, if any other studio got their hands on this anime, it would be such a different story. So with the potential of being a great anime that helped make No Game No Life such a cultural success, you must be asking, what happened with this anime? Oh, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what happened with this anime. First, we're gonna talk about the Blu-ray. Now, the Blu-rays are something that most fans never want to talk about with their favorite anime. Generally, it's the last breaking point of animes and the actual standard you look at for if this anime can cut it getting a season 2. That's just how you look at it. Sure, you can say, yeah, this anime is just average, you know? Sure, this anime just holds up after 7 years, but it's just average. It's not better than any other anime that came out now. Sure, I admit, before making this review, I said that. I was like, this anime is about as good as any other anime that came out about this time now. And I really still am not wrong with that statement because of the streaming numbers. It's about basically similar. And if you rely on just streaming numbers as an anime, you're still not going to be considered a great anime. You're going to be considered just good, which is the problem with this anime. You have to buy Blu-ray. If you don't know why that's so important to the success of your favorite animes, go watch this video here where I go over the reasons of why. So I went to go check the sales for this anime, but I couldn't find them. I checked by the studio, couldn't find them. I checked by licensor, couldn't exactly find them. So I searched by the name, but I still, for some reason, couldn't find it. So I decided to go manually into the searches and look for it myself, and surprisingly enough, I found it. So always double check, I guess. As far as what I've found, I'm actually shocked and utterly disappointed. Like, you fans talking about wanting a season 2 and how you need a season 2. No, you don't. You obviously don't. This anime sold 264 copies with a total of 264 Blu-ray sales. And some of you are asking, is that bad? Is that bad? He says. Is that bad? Yes. It's not just bad. That is utterly terrible. It's actually laughable. And then some of you have the gall to ask for a season 2. Oh my lord. Like, as far as revenue, this anime made a total of 7,392,000 yen, essentially, right? Now let's put that into US dollars. And we get a total of 68,910 and 23 cents, which is a lot for me and you, but for a company that spends, I don't know, at least a couple millions on an anime, On this anime in particular, that's not. So, now that you know that they obviously didn't make the revenue to warrant a season 2 in any aspect of it, let's just talk about the studio, because I would love to talk about the studio. Studio. The reason why this is actually important is because certain studios have reputations for only doing one season, the most famous studio being Madhouse, but this is actually a misconception among anime fans. If you want to find out why I say that, go watch this video over here, where I try my best to explain why. But instead of studios, the more complicated but also more practical approach is to look at who's producing the anime. I say this for two reasons. One, they are the ones actually paying for the anime. And two, the studio is usually not the problem. But in this rare case, this studio does not have a track record of making good to great animes. In fact, I call this studio's lineup one of the worst I've ever seen. Actually, this one actually is the worst I've ever seen. If you asked me like a year ago, what's their best anime on here, I would tell you without even blinking, it's Domestic Girlfriend. But now the answer is obviously a Hero no Sora. But if you also said that Problem Children was the best anime on here, then I was not going to argue that at all. I wouldn't argue that, okay? I would not argue that. If you say that now, I still wouldn't argue on that one. But the problem with all the animes up here is the same problem. You could say it for all the animes on here. What's the problem? Why are they not getting recognized or doing as well? It's very simple. None of them get more than 12 episodes, except for A Hero no Sora. In fact, this anime only getting 10 episodes and 1 OVA is actually an egregious mistake that makes me hate this studio to the bottom of my core. Like, if you want to make me mad or get a ban, talk about this studio. Just talk about it. But let's just move on and talk about the producers, the one actually paying for the anime. So here are the list of the producers paying for the anime: Kodakawa Shoten, Nippon Columbia, and Flying Dog. All of them having history of making season 2s. In fact, these companies fall into the branch of throwing money at anything that walks. The reason I say that is, all three of them have made harems that usually semi-perform well. Also, they've made some of my favorite animes and movies, right? Selling the most. And this anime did not sell the best, the most, or even reasonable amount to really warrant, a season 2. You can't exactly give every anime that's under you a season 2. They've already spent millions of dollars on one anime. So, final thoughts. This anime was treated and set up to fail. If the story of this anime was given to the studios that the producers usually make, then this anime would be considered way, way different than what it is now. It probably would have got a season 2 and be considered a great competitor to No Game No Life rather than being, the predecessor. It's certainly a good enough underdog anime that was just not given a fair shot, honestly. That being said, it didn't really sell any Blu-ray copies, so it didn't really deserve having a season 2. But to be honest, I really don't blame the people not buying the Blu-ray. The reason I say that is because if I had to pick from buying a regular membership at Crunchyroll for $7.99 or have the option of buying 10 episodes of this anime that's $30, I'm picking Crunchyroll without question every time. So it's been 7+ years since the release of this anime, and there's still no reason to bring back the anime unless No Game No Life comes out and companies need some kind of direct competitor to that anime in the market. Which is kind of a stretch to say, and it does suck, but life sucks and has no meaning, so yeah. I will say, if I think of the comparison between No Game No Life, this anime actually is great, but alone with 10 episodes, it's only going to be considered good, and it just doesn't sell enough to warrant a season 2, or much of a reason for a studio to pick it up. And that's kind of sad, but that's just kind of how it works. Make sure to subscribe if you like these kind of videos. I will say, with the way monetization works now, I need subs to actually stay afloat and make these kind of videos, so I would really appreciate it if you would do so. And if you would like a certain review of your favorite animes, or a reason of why your particular anime didn't get season 2, make sure to comment down below. If I make some kind of Patreon in the future, I will probably make that some way of a contribution you can make. That's gonna do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. BarryAnime out.